had a lot of questions in my DeWALT table saw series where people are asking about the anti-kickback mechanism. And that's a really good question because I have to admit, I didn't know where it was either. I searched the box everywhere and I couldn't find it. And then I got a comment that saying that it's actually located right here under the saw. And the way that you get that off, you've got this button right here. You simply depress that and it comes right out. So that button right there you depress. And there was some questions on how do you install this, because it's not intuitive. So let me back my fence out of the way. And what you do is you actually mount it here. And let me go put this camera on a stand so that I can use both my hands. All right, the first thing we got to do is remove the riving knife. And if you remember, you simply pull this lever out, and then you're able to remove the riving knife. So you can see here that there's nowhere to install the anti-kickback on the riving knife. It's actually on the blade guard right here on the riving knife that's built into the blade guard. This is where you install it. Okay, so to attach your anti-kickback, what I've found is that there's not enough room to attach this when it's attached to your saw. So you're going to want to remove it. Okay, and now you've got enough room. So next you want to depress this button, and that allows you to attach it, and now it's in place and it's not coming out of there. Put your blade guard back in. There, now you've got your blade guard and you've got your anti-kickback right here. So the idea with this anti-kickback is, let's say I'm making a cut. Move this over a little bit more. So let's say that I'm making a cut, and for some reason the blade catches it wrong. Maybe there's a knot or a nail or something, and it tries to kick this thing back into you. That anti-kickback makes that virtually impossible. It can go in one direction only. So it's a good detail to have on your saw. Okay, so you notice that these are spring loaded, so they're always on top of your the piece that you're working on. And as you raise and lower the blade, they automatically adjust with you. Okay, so when you're not using the riving knife, where do you store that? And you come down here and you have this piece right here, and when it's like this, it's locked in. When it's like this, you can take your riving knife, go in the right direction, and then you can turn it like that, and now it's stored. And that's the same place that you store the blade guard as well. So you can actually store them both in there. I highly recommend, at a minimum, using the riving knife. And for the anti-kickback mechanism, you should use a blade guard as well. Okay, another thing that I didn't do a good job of covering is changing the blade and knowing what size wrench to use. Well, you don't really need to know that because your unit comes with these wrenches and they're stored right here, right above where the power cord stores. So you've got everything you need in order to change the blade right here. So the first thing that you want to do is move your fence out of the way. So you'll unlock it here, and then you can slide it out of the way here. Lock it back in place. You can unlock your blade cover right here, and now you have access to your post and your nut in order to change the blade. Okay, so you notice on these wrenches that you got one end that's open and one that's closed. So you take the open end and you put it on the inside of the blade here in order to lock it in place so you can hold the bolt from spinning. And then you take the closed one and you place it over like that. Okay, so now with your wrenches in place, you want to take the open one and pull it towards you. So that would be counterclockwise. And that's how you loosen that nut. And once you get it loosened, you can do it by hand. Then you pull your washer off. And then you can pull the blade out. However, one thing that you need to realize is that you need your blade raised up above. There's some bars inside that will prevent you from pulling the blade off, so you need to raise your blade up as high as you can. Then you can slip it off just like that. And then when you put the new blade in, realize that the direction of the blade is this way. You can see on there that it's this way. So you want your teeth pointing towards you if you're standing behind the saw. So then you just replace the blade, replace the washer. And the washer is keyed, so you might need to spin the washer a little bit to get it on. And then just replace the nut. And when you tighten it clockwise using the same method. Okay, if you're like me, every time I remove a nut, I drop it. So that's why I've got this extended magnet. Makes it easy to get it out. Then you can just take the nut and replace it, and like I said, you tighten it clockwise. And replace your cover. Make sure to lock it into place. Replace your wrenches. Then replace your blade guard. And now you're ready to use your table saw. Okay, so I hope that that information answered some of the questions that I've had in the comments section, and I hope that you guys maybe picked something up out of this. If you do enjoy these types of videos, I'd appreciate it if you could like the video and even leave a comment. Okay, so if you want to look at more videos in the DeWALT series, just take a look to the left, and I'll have a couple of links there where you can check out the entire playlist. So that's going to do it for this video. So I'll talk to you guys later.